Well, hello to you on this sunny winter's day from Wells. There's beautiful Wells Cathedral in the background. Welcome to Money, Markets and More with me, Dominic Frisby. And today we are going to talk about mining in the UK. Now, there are just three ways I once heard someone say to create real wealth. You make stuff, you mine stuff, or you grow stuff. And everything else is just redistribution, putting what is already there around. And I've always loved that as a maxim by which to view things. Pretty much all wealth creation comes under one of those three categories. You either make something, you mine something, or you grow something. You're putting something into the world that didn't previously exist. And we can argue about whether offering a service is making stuff. I would say generally it is. And it's why I've got issues with Forex. The foreign exchange markets are the largest and most liquid financial markets in the world. They're more than 25 times larger in daily turnover than all of the world's stock markets combined. And Forex has made many people supremely rich. But is Forex trading actually creating new wealth, or is it an illusory consequence of fiat, just pushing existing wealth around? Anyway, it's mining specifically that I want to talk to about today, that loathed and despised industry responsible for so much pollution, death, injury, waste, fraud and environmental damage. We need mines. We can't do without them. They're essential to human progress. We would not have the world we have around us today were it not for mining, which is to say the primary means by which natural resources, metals, minerals, fossil fuels are extracted from the earth. And human beings have been mining since before the Bronze Age, and we will not ever stop. These natural resources can be used to make wonderful things, buildings, such as that cathedral there, bridges, planes, trains, cars, electronics, and of course energy. Mining provides the raw materials, the minerals, the metals that provide the foundations for modern living. Mining and all the risks you have to take to do it is to bring new wealth into the world that did not previously exist. Now in the West we sit at our desks all day in our clean, sanitised environments, and we forget that, for example, for the internet to exist, we need shed loads of metal, be it copper, steel, silver or some rare earth metal neither you nor I know the name of. If net zero is to be realised, and spoiler alert, it won't be, and we're going to transition from fossil fuel to electricity, we are going to need to mine unprecedented amounts of copper and lithium, which in itself is going to entail extraordinary amounts of fossil fuel consumption. Mining has a huge environmental impact. In fact, it's hard to find a human activity that doesn't have an environmental impact, but mining is exceptional. And together with certain types of fishing, it is probably the most damaging of all industries. Mining disasters, they get great publicity. That's why there are so many rules and regulations in place. They're there to attempt to minimise damage. Mining will never have zero impact. And there's a trade-off between the impact of the mine, the wealth it creates, and the benefits it brings. But it's because of the potential mining has to cause harm that so many of us feel ambivalent about it, if not downright opposed. With our cosseted Western existence, we've in many ways lost touch with the world around us, the land, the environment, the animals and plants that we eat. We've forgotten just how the things around us came to be. And if I go in my office, every single item in my office, from my desk to my computer to my books to the house that I live in, they would not exist without mining. Now, from Snow White to Middle Earth, dwarves were the miners of mythology. They had the ideal physiques for such endeavour, strong, small, and the dwarves of mythology were always proud, fiercely so. And there was always great camaraderie among them. Now, myths derive from story and legend, which derive from real life. Great men today will be seen as heroes tomorrow, eventually gods and legends. The risks of mining and the undertaking meant pride, camaraderie and fellowship were common amongst miners. And if you go to any of the old pubs in Cornwall or Wales, the old mining pubs, or the northeast, where the mines are no more, but you look at the pictures on the wall, you let your senses go, and you can still feel it all. And the old boys who used to work in the now closed mines, they still talk about the fellowship. And even with modern machines, mining is hard. It always was, and it always will be. Never mind the financial and the political risk, it is dangerous. It's a difficult business. You have to go to some of the most unsavoury parts of the planet. And yet for decades, we've been attacking mining. We attack this key industry, which instead we should support. And protesters become heroes when they stand against this terrible industry. And lawmakers don't stand up to protesters, they bow to them. And the cost of regulation in the UK is so high, the mining industry barely exists now. We've got lots of coal, we've got lots of tin, we've got copper, we've even got tungsten and lithium, but producing mines are few and far between. We were once a nation internationally famous for its mines and its miners. It's why so many metals exchanges are here in London, or there in London. It's why so many international mining companies are based in London. We are using more metal than ever here in the UK, and yet we're barely producing any of it. We're getting that metal from Asia, Africa, Australia, the Americas. Now, just because that mining is out of sight, it isn't any less damaging to the environment. Now, heaven forbid the war in Ukraine or tensions between China and the West or Islam and Christianity, whatever it is, could grow into some kind of global conflict. But if they do, we have a big strategic problem on our hands because we do not produce any metal. Famous Churchill quote, "The battle of production is the battle of life and death," he said in 1940 to the House of Commons. It is being fought out every day in every mine, factory and farm in the country. It is the battle of the coal mines, it is the battle of the steel mills, it is the battle of the harvest field, it is the battle of the factories and workshops. It is the battle of the shipping lanes, it is the battle of the aircraft factories. Good speech. It is the battle of the munitions works. And on the outcome of this battle depends the life and death of the nation. So it was with great concern that I read an article from Chris Hind about mining graduates. Now, Cornwall's Camborne School of Mines, founded in 1888, used to be the most important mining college in the world. Through the 20th century, its graduates operated many of the world's most significant mines. In southern and western Africa, Malaysia, Australia, South America, Mexico, United States, Canada. It's the last remaining mining college and it's now merged with Exeter University. Do you know how many British people over the past 2 years have enrolled in mining engineering or mineral processing undergraduate courses, not just at Camborne but in the UK? Take a guess? The answer is not one, not a single person. As recently as 1990, there were over 300 mining graduates every year from 5 UK mining schools. Now there are none. The UK's Engineering Council has 1,237 registered mining and mineral processing engineers. 80% of them are over the age of 50, and half of that 80% are over the age of 66. We used to export mining talent all over the world, but just to operate the few mines we have left in the UK Mining Education Forum calculates that the country needs over 60 new mining, engineering and minerals processing graduates every year. We have none. Everybody wants to work in tech. With years of greenwashing, we've forgotten the essential contribution which mining makes to society. The green narrative has done so much structural damage to our history, our identity, and our industry. Who's going to run Cornwall's tin and tungsten mines or extract its lithium? Who's going to operate Cumbria's new coal mines should they ever get permission? If we don't act fast, we will lose the self-knowledge of our own landscapes to be able to utilise their many and varied natural resources. And this isn't just a UK problem, by the way, it's the case across Western Europe. And one lesson of the soaring cost of energy is that mineral resource industries need investment and support. They do not need attacking. The war in Ukraine has demonstrated the strategic stupidity of being dependent on dodgy regimes for essential minerals, when we have abundant domestic natural supply. And the ridiculous irony is that to import minerals from unscrupulous corners of the earth is considerably less green than producing them ourselves. And there's one country that does invest in mining, that is making stuff, that is growing stuff, that is mining stuff, and I think you know which country that is. It's a big country in East Asia. They get it, we don't. Thanks very much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe to my Substack. I'll be back with another video very soon. There's all sorts of buttons flying around the page. I talk a lot on my Substack about mining, and if you're buying gold, my current recommended bullion dealer in the UK is the Pure Gold Company. I'll put a link in the description. Whether you're taking delivery or storing online, premiums are low, quality of service is high, you get to speak to a human being. I've got an affiliation deal with them. I think that's everything. If you're buying Bitcoin, be sure to read my special report on my Substack, and make your #1 resolution for 2023 to listen to Kisses on a Postcard. Thank you very much. Goodbye.